hadn't shown this off properly the other week, but I did get the VHS of Scooby-Doo. The 2002 film, childhood favourite, absolutely adore it. I've probably got the misplaced nostalgia of I love it and think it's a masterpiece when it's arguably not. To the point that I think I'd reviewed it, given it 5 stars on Letterboxd once, and the person was like, "Really, 5 stars?" I'm like, "Yeah, undisputed masterpiece." So of course, it comes with the cassette tape, as I had shown previously. I got it signed by Neil Fanning, who voiced Scooby-Doo, that guy, in the movie. So he did an autograph, which was awesome, because I met him at Supernova. I've also got another autograph. I got 2 autographs and a selfie, because I was going to... I'd mentioned in previous videos I was going to meet, what's-his-face, Phil Lamar, who was like Samurai Jack, his Hermes comrade in Futurama, and he didn't end up going to Supernova, and same as Katie Sackhoff, who I wanted to get, of all things, a signature on my Halloween Resurrection 4K, because she's in that movie. And I thought that would have been funnier than just, let's get Star Wars merch or Battlestar Galactica signed. Well, I respect Battlestar Galactica in contrast to Star Wars these days. So they both bailed, so I spent more of the money on these. So yeah, I got this as a signed thing. Yeah. It was cool. Basically met him twice on the same day. I get to get the selfie as well, so yeah. It was good. It was a good weekend at Supernova. I bought some things, but I will be showing off some stuff I got from Amazon and Arrow Video and JB Hi-Fi first, before I go into the stuff that I bought at the convention, because Dead and DVD was there. So let's just dive into it. So they had a buy 2 get 1 free. So at JB, so I got Maltese Falcon. I haven't seen this, and given though there's a lot of Bogarts I have not seen, so I figured, look, if I'm going to start, if I'm going to continue and watch more, how about I get the 4K? And I was buy 2 get 1 free, so I don't know. Maybe I got it for free, I don't know. Maybe I got Rebel Without a Cause for free, which I've heard the transfer of both these are very good. I think one of them is just a standard HDR, the other one is Dolby Vision. I don't know which one. I haven't watched them yet, but my mate bought this, and he watched it and said there's a lot of fades in the movie, the fade transitions, and he said that they haven't remastered the fade transitions, so I'm curious to watch it, because I've never seen this one either. One of those classic, oh my god, I can't believe you haven't watched this classic movie from like 100 years ago. Well, fuck, I hope they do. I'm getting there, right? Look, now I've got more reason to watch it. I've had the DVD in my library for fucking my whole life. Now I've got the 4K, so I'm going to watch the bloody 4K, so, sometimes it just takes an extra little step for me to actually watch the film. Even if I've got all the DVDs, I had Maltese Falcon on DVD as well. Well, not me, but Dad. Dad's collected a lot of Bogart over the years. So, much like a lot of Hitchcock and stuff, there's a lot of old films like that I have not watched despite having them on DVD. And to top it off, I got the Fabelmans. No 4K in Australia, so I got the standard Blu-ray, which I'm perfectly fine with. They come with the same special features, so there's not too much. There'd probably be enough of a detailed uptick on 4K, but I was debating of like one of the Rebel Without a Cause or Maltese Falcon, and I'm debating them because I was debating them at the time to buy them because Babylon had come out on Blu-ray, and I didn't get to see Babylon in cinemas because by the time everyone was saying it was actually a good film, I'm like, yeah, I'm tired of watching 2.5 hour to 3 hour long films in the fucking cinema. Like, it's just the problem with Oscar season. All the December films are now 3 hours long, and it's bloody tiring. Like, I love 3 hours as much as the next guy, but like, come on, you gotta shuffle it in between. Like, this one was still 2.5 hours long. But I lucked out when I watched it in cinema. I watched it with 2 of my mates, and no one else was in the cinema. And like, it was basically us. The screen was like 4, 5, 6 meters away from us. It was like we're in the second or third row, but like we had the whole cinema to ourselves. So that was really nice. So I don't plan to rewatch it anytime soon. But I mean, Spielberg's fucking good. These are all bangers of films, or at least 2 classics that I'm yet to watch, and a definite classic. Well, I can't say it's a classic because it's not old. A good film. I don't know. For some reason, people just weird discourse around Spielberg currently. It was like, oh, is he any floppier? What the fuck are you talking about? Sure, he made Ready Player One, but dude, sometimes you just gotta make a buck before you can actually make stuff that you really want to make. Like, he really wanted to make West Side Story. Let him do what he has to do. Sometimes you gotta make a piece of shit that breaks in big bucks, you know, like, I wouldn't say a piece of shit in this regard, but like Scorsese with Wolf of Wall Street doing something that would guarantee him a fuck ton of return, so he would be able to make Silence. You know, sometimes you gotta do something that will make the money, so then you can do a passion project. That's what a lot of directors have done. Clint Eastwood did it. Spielberg, I wouldn't say Spielberg has done it, but he's done it a few times, I feel like. So, I don't know. Gotta keep an eye out. He's done some good shit. Then I got the 4K UHD release of Naked Lunch. This is the original artwork version. Comes with a slip card, and you got the back there. So it's a new 4K from the original camera negative. It comes with, I believe it's Dolby Vision, and it's HDR10 compatible with 2.0 stereo and 5.1 audio. Bunch of audio commentaries and just a lot of special features. You know, your regular schlock of stuff, you know, when it comes to an Arrow video release. If it'll focus, you're welcome to pause it, but you know, you could just check out the website and learn about the things. I haven't trimmed this down to shove it in here, because that's what I usually do. Because I'm like, I'm not going to resell these sets, and honestly, I don't like having it stuck to the set, so it's still got some interesting artwork. I'm not huge on it. I didn't love the alternate artwork, like the exclusive artwork they had, which was basically like what they've got for here. So they've got their standard case, which is a lot of like bugs and shit in this movie, apparently. I think the reversible artwork is what I've got as the main case artwork, so hence why I've reversed it to this. Get some disc artwork there. There's a lot of like cards and stuff in here. Like, you get your traditional Arrow set of art cards, but you get a business card, which I'll emphasize there. Flip that around, bada boom. I imagine this is very similar to what was that one he did? Videodrome, in a way. Not to the sexual degree, but to the, subliminal degree. So I'm pretty keen to watch it, because I've been watching a lot of Cronenbergs this year, to the point that I've watched bloody Videodrome twice now. I think I filmed a video about that, but I haven't yet edited it yet. So yeah, this is like a little boat ticket. Yeah, I love how it's like Arrow Steamship, yet it's an Arrow video release. It's just amusing to me. But yeah, so you get some regular lobby cards with, character shots. It's not the most interesting stuff, realistically, but again, it doesn't hurt to have them. And there's a lot of them. But they do have, they're all postcards, realistically, which I do like. It's a cute aspect. The exterminate all rational thought. That is the conclusion I have come to. Greetings from Interzone. So that's fun. I'm obviously yet to watch this one. I only got this in the other day. I feel like I got it with something else, but no, I made an order. So this will probably be maybe next week's video. The only other mail I'm expecting is the Texas Chainsaw limited edition from the second sight version from the Cinemaniacs. I don't know when that's going to come in, because they don't send tracking, so it'll come in eventually. Like, if Video Dead and DVD have already received copies that they were selling at the convention, then I'd assume that Cinemaniacs already have copies, and they've probably already sent them out as well. So it'll probably come in the next couple of days. We've got Anzac Day tomorrow, because I'm filming on Monday, so it probably won't come in tomorrow. That's for sure. But yeah, so I think this was the main artwork that they had for the set. I kind of honestly prefer... I wouldn't mind that artwork for the limited edition box set that I could have gotten with. I didn't really care for either of the artworks, but I wanted the limited edition set anyway, because why not? So this comes with a booklet. This is the main reason I buy a lot of these releases, also because I've missed out on a lot of Cronenberg limited edition releases, because, I don't know, I could have gotten I probably still could get the limited edition for Videodrome. The 4K. I think they've released Arrow Video's done a 4K UHD, but I've got the Criterion, and the Criterion's really nice. So, like, it's a really nice digipack. Is it a digipack? No, it's just got a slipcover over a plastic case, but it's got Like, it's like a VHS looking set. It's really nicely done. So, yeah, I've heard Naked Lunch really trippy. So, my colleague suggested, don't get high the first time you watch it, but maybe the second time. So, I don't know. Surreal cinema, that's what it does. I got Ghosts. I've heard good things. They had a buy two get 10% off sale. So this is basically just a slipcover version, which just comes with the first 3 seasons all on DVD. They're all like 1-disc sets because they're only like 198 minutes, 165 minutes, 170 minutes, and very minor amount of special features. This only has bloopers. Season 2 doesn't have any by the looks of it. And Season 1 has Ghosts Exposed, Stunts and Visual Effects, Stuck in Limbo, Button House Tour exclusive to DVD because they haven't released a Blu-ray release. I believe it's got a 5th season coming out, and that's meant to be like the final season. And they have done Season 4 on DVD, which I could have gotten, but it was like the same price to get this as it was to get Season 4. Actually, I think Season 4 was like almost $40. And I haven't watched the show, and this was like 30 odd, and I got it 10% off. I bought it with a movie called Ghost Watch, which I really wanted to get, and that was the Blu-ray. So I bought it with that. I don't have Ghost Watch anymore. There's a reason for that. I guess I can delineate into now. So I went to Supernova over the weekend, as I started the video talking about. Met Neil Fanning, got the autographs, really bloody nice guy. Like, I adore Scooby-Doo as it is, but my brothers wanted to meet, what's his name? So my brothers wanted to meet Carl Urban. And I was like, I don't want to pay $90 to meet Carl Urban. So I just stood in line with them. My brother got an autograph. I was just standing like a few feet away from it, like maybe a foot, 2 feet away from him, or whatever, just across the table. I'm like, it's Carl Urban, it's a guy from Chronicles of Riddick. I didn't really say hello. I didn't, like, he was talking with Sam. Sam got a figurine signed. Easy peasy. They ended up getting photos of him later. I hung out with my friends. I did get some charms. I've learned that keychains and pins are called charms. Interesting terminology for them. But yeah, I got a pin. I'll probably just put the picture up on here. But I got a pin from a girl I went to high school with. Her brand is Psychorg. She just does animated creatures and animated characters and stuff. So I was like, hey, cool. I hadn't seen her since high school, but I've been following like her art page on Facebook. I now follow her on Instagram. So I forget people have Instagram sometimes. So I'm like, I'll just follow them on that as well. I see more of their art on that, but I've liked like all of her posts that she's done with her artwork because I'm like, I like her art style. It's cool. She actually remembered who I was, like immediately recognizing me and not remembering my name. And I'm like, that's great because I don't think a lot of people from high school who I didn't talk to that much do remember me. To the point that I ran into someone later that day who I thought remembered me. I don't know if they do remember me, even though I've seen them several times in the past couple of years. But I don't know. I think it's the beard. It confuses people sometimes. That and the glasses. I knew that Dead End DVD were going to be there because they had a sale at Cinemaniacs, and I was very tempted to buy a few Kino releases, but I decided against it in the end because I'm like, look, I wanna go to Supernova and see what they have to offer there. Just because I was thinking of buying figurines or some shit. I knew that they had a DVD because I think I went on their website and everything was up for pre-order. And I'm like, oh, that's weird. I was thinking I want to see what films they had, if they had the same stock that Cinemaniacs had. They didn't. They had a few of the same, but not all the same. And it said on their website that all the things are for pre-order as of Thursday night because they were going to be at Supernova. And I was like, oh. So I looked them up on Facebook, realized they had a page that I, for some reason, hadn't followed. So I liked them on Facebook and was like, okay, cool. They've got an image that shows me exactly where they're going to be. So I went there yesterday and I bought 5 movies. 2 of them are brand new 4Ks of films that I have not yet seen. One of them is a 4K transfer of a film that I could have gotten the 4K UHD from a different brand, Vinegar Syndrome, that they had. But it was like $20 more for the 4K, and I'm like, that's alright, this one's already a good brand I like, and it's a 4K scan, and they've got very similar special features. And the other one, two other Blu-rays. One of them happens to be that same Ghost Watch I mentioned, but there's a reason why I'm not going to show that off till last. Maybe second last. I don't know. There's one that I might not be able to include in this video. But first one I'll show off, which is probably the most screwed up film, Ebola Syndrome. By the way, if don't say specific names in the comments section because YouTube doesn't like it. Because last week I had one of my frequent commenters was talking about Cannibal Holocaust. They don't like the word Holocaust on YouTube, so yeah, especially in the comment section. So his comments got removed twice. I had nothing to do with it. It was bloody annoying because I wanted to respond because I'm like, hey, you know, I wanted to talk to him about it, but it was like his comments were gone, and then he put in a new comment because I'm actually friends with him on Facebook, so I was like, having to message him and be like, hey, I don't think they like that talk about the Holocaust because they just, I guess they just imagined it was about the actual Holocaust and not the fucking movie that I bought that's in the video and in the thumbnail. So anyway, I got Ebola Syndrome. My friend had suggested it. It's a pretty gratuitous kind of movie. I think, as it says, Ebola Syndrome is a typically wild Category 3 exploitation horror, replete with ghastly overtones and heaps of bad taste. A must for Hong Kong lovers, Hong Kong cult cinema everywhere. It actually says a word in here that I cannot say on YouTube, but after killing his boss, wanted convict Chicken flees Hong Kong and winds up in South Africa. Once there, he attacks and does something to a woman who's infected with the Ebola virus. However, he learns he is immune but can pass on the virus to others. He begins to spread the disease to more and more people. So it sounds just as messed up as it seems. It's from 1996. It's a limited edition slipcase, double-sided fold-up poster, booklet, notes by CJ Lines, newly scanned and restored in 4K from the original 35mm camera negative. Vinegar Syndrome has the UHD, but I didn't want to spend the extra $20. I was already spending $250 on this bunch. Cantonese mono with newly translated subtitles, audio commentary or archive commentary with the director, locations featurette, archival interview with the director, and reversible cover with new artwork by R.P. Kung Fu Bob O'Brien. The classic, there's nipples on this cover. Oh god. Let's hope YouTube doesn't pick up on that. I would put in the reversible artwork on the inside because it's again the same artwork on the sleeve, same stuff there. Nothing nasty on the back cover, thank God. Sometimes there's 88 films are like, do not give a shit when it comes to like, oh yeah, we're gonna have nipples on the cover. We don't care. Disc art's the same as the slipcover artwork, which is fine. You do get a double-sided poster, which is actually just the same artwork on here, and it's the newly done artwork. I won't make it more obvious to YouTube as to the stuff that's... I mean, it's cartoon nipples, it should be fine, but, you know, we'll find out. It's on the back cover of this as well, because they have the same artwork here, and the same artwork there. See, I'm covering up with my thumb this time. I don't know, YouTube doesn't, like, do anything. It's one of those things. I don't have enough subscribers to, like, get... monetized, so hence why I'm still happy to swear in my videos. Also, I'm Australian, it's just like part of our language, it's fine. So yeah, booklet, all the kind of essays, all the kind of stuff. I won't dive too deep in it, it's a bit much. It's one of those films I'm like, look, if I'm getting into the video nasty stuff like Cannibal Holocaust, I guess this is a okay addition to my collection. Oh god. Category 3. They had Piranha. They only had one copy left, and a guy almost took it, and I thank God he went for Exorcist 3 instead. He debated between the two, and I hadn't seen this one, and I wanted to get it because I love Joe Dante. It's the 4K from Scream Factory with a slipcover. Comes a new 2022 restoration of the 4K scan. I think I had been wanting to buy the Blu-ray forever, and then they were like, hey, here's a 4K UHD, so I'm like, okay, cool, I'll get that. I've changed the artwork to a different cover. Yeah, and it has reversible artwork, and this has the same artwork on one disc and then the other disc, so new artwork, old artwork, even though I'm pretty sure the new artwork is, like, just a different poster. Like, they're both original, like, you know, they're both two different posters they look like they're both from the same time period. I imagine one of them is like, oh, like this will be the one that like Roger Corman was like, hey, here's the artwork for the movie, but put in your money, and this is the one that they actually used when they promoted it. I don't know. I'm not well versed on the Piranha lore. I just know that the Piranha 2 was like James Cameron's first film, and that Piranha, I think it's like 3 Double D or something. It's like overly gory, but like that's like the fun part. So I'm tempted to watch that, but I don't know. I guess I'll see. I don't want to be that scared of the ocean. Jaws didn't do it for me, but Piranha might. I got Midnight Run. It doesn't have reversible artwork because it is a Shout Select. Yeah, it's like Arrow Academy. Shout Select. So yeah, I've heard this one's really fun of a film. I've never seen it before, and I've had it on my Amazon watch list for a bit now, especially since the 4K came out. New 2022 4K scan of the original camera negative, and a bunch of interviews as well. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 interviews, making of a featurette. Vintage making of featurette. Yeah, and then just your disc artwork. Disappointingly, no commentary track. I say that, but I don't listen to commentaries that much, so I guess it doesn't matter. I'm more into interviews and featurettes. Weirdly, but that's because it's like, do I have to rewatch the whole entire film to hear the commentary? Unless it's really worth it, then with all the interviews, I'm usually okay with that. This one, I'm not going to cover up the cover. I don't know if YouTube's going to be particular about it. I got porn. This was, still at the same store. It actually has a little description on the back. What does it say? Son gets busted, as in S-U-N. The Vices arrested blank on May 1st, and somehow the story never appeared in any of the local newspapers. Blank was busted and charged with commercially exhibiting obscene matter at the Sun Theatre, 521E6. Taken were 2 flicks, The Adventures of Bat Pussy and Mike Fallick's Private Dick. The surprise arrest did not involve any other porn dealer in Austin. Blank is manager of the Sun Theatre, recently the site of Austin's first Porn Classics Film Festival. I don't think that's anything about the film. I think that's just one of the things of how they found the film. Because the guy was literally pitched it to us, and he's like, this is the guy from Dead End DVD, and he's like, yeah, so basically they found this reel at the back of a porn theater, and nobody knows who stars in it and who directed it, to the point of, here's the inside cover. Let's just kind of try to see if I can block out 2 of those images. As you can see on the back there, if it'll focus, there you go. The date has 1970 ? And director, they don't know who it is. So, yeah, it's in color and 52 minutes long. So, the citizens of Gotham City are under attack by smart filmmakers, and only one hero can help. It's all regions, which is nice. But, 4x3. I could not. It was like, fuck, this sounds great. Like, it sounds awful. But it's also like, I just don't have anything like this on Blu-ray. So it's like, or even on DVD. So it's like, now I can officially say I own pornography. Legally. From a vendor. Anyway, odd one like that. It's never good. So, yeah. So, the one thing I have yet to open, which I did buy, it turns out was the Region A version, which I didn't realise. Ghostwatch. They had the limited edition version there, so hence I gave the standard Blu-ray, which had literally come in the week before. What are the odds? Because someone did a video about this. I think it was Films at Home did a video talking about this release, because they had finally gotten the Region A version, and I went looking everywhere. I went looking on this bloody website, and they didn't have it. So clearly they were packing it ready for, Supernova. And it was $60. I'm like, damn, that was like just double the price. I think the Blu-ray I ordered was like, it was like $30 on Amazon, but because I had a 10% off, I think I got it for less than 30. So I owed my mate some money as it was for like some food from the Oscars when I came over to his place to watch it. So he ordered lunch. I was meant to pay him back, and I hadn't gotten around to it yet because we usually pay each other off with like movie tickets and stuff. So I just gave him the film, and that worked out. He was happy with that. Like, he's the one who suggested that instead of just him giving me money. So yeah. So yeah, you got the back sleeve, which just comes off immediately. It does stipulate it is region-S. This is from the US, despite being the British film. Brand new extras. Do you believe in ghosts? A 30th anniversary documentary on the ghost watch phenomenon. I might watch it tonight, actually, given how my dad and my brother are going to watch the football. It's a good idea. It's not that long, too. It's like 90 minutes. 91:45, actually. Commentary film historians Shelley McMurdo and Stella Gaynor. Limited edition booklet includes Extrasensory Perception Management by Sarah Appleton, Ghostwatch as It Happened by Tim Murray, and short story 3110 by Ghostwatch writer Stephen Volk. Reproduced script annotated by director Leslie Manning. Set of 6 art cards. Archive extras commentary with writer Stephen Volk, producer and director, and then Shooting Reality by Leslie Manning. So yeah, this was the limited edition version, which I specifically got. I really wanted the limited edition version after finding out what it included. So I've never opened it until now, which I hope this doesn't spoil the film for me. I don't want to go too much into it. Oh, this actually comes in its own wrap. That's kind of cool. I probably could have given the guy this version. It doesn't matter. We've both got region-free players anyway. Like, the guys at the store were like, oh, hey, do you guys have region-free players? We're like, yeah. The benefit of getting this version is I don't have the Big 12 from the UK. So this is exactly like what I had on the previous version, like having the reversible artwork as well. Yeah, no, that's pretty simple, actually. It's nice. I mean, it's exactly what the standard edition looks like, is this case. This artwork, this kind of packaging and everything. I'm not huge on 101 films. I think I've been pretty adamant about that in previous years, to the point that I'm pretty sure I've got a video coming out next week talking about limited edition releases from boutique Blu-rays. I do not include these guys. To be fair, this is like the only limited edition release I have from them. Actually, I do have... Yeah, shit, I do have Silent... I got Silent Night, Deadly Night, which is the first and second film. I probably could have included them in my video. I mean, I didn't have this by that stage. I'm like, this is a good limited edition, but it's one of the rarities. I don't like 101 films that much. I have those. It depends on the print. It's like imprint in a way. They don't really do their own remasters, so it's like they just kind of get other prints. And I just have had bad experiences with a lot of their prints before. I think Black Christmas in particular just looked really awful. I still really liked the film, but it's just the print was terrible. So I'm hoping to get a 4K from Shout Factory from Scream Factory at some stage. But their 2-pack limited edition release for Silent Night, Deadly Night was really good. But they didn't do the remaster for it. At least I'm pretty sure they didn't. But it is it's like a 4K of the first film, and the second film's like a 2K master, but comes in a nice hard box, much like this, with 2 films in it, 2 film cases, original artwork, redone artwork as well. This, oh my god, it's the actual script. Okay, this is the script. I am not going to look at it, because, obviously, but yeah, that's the script. That's like the main kicker as to why it's such a good set. Then you get a booklet. Oh my god, I don't want to look at any of this because I don't want to spoil the film. It's annoying because I need to edit this video. I can edit it tomorrow. Alright? Yeah. It just has a lot of stuff, alright? You get the point. You know what's going to be in it, alright? We all know what's going to be in it. I'm going to rip this open. For once, I'm like, I don't want it spoiled. I'm going to watch it tonight. I wanted to watch it last weekend, but I was going to watch it on Saturday night, but I didn't get home early enough to watch it, but also the TV was like, oh, I'm sorry, you've got a 5 GB update. I said it's 5 GB. It took 5 hours for my TV to update before I could watch anything. There's also a bunch of character cards or cards about people that I'm not going to look at until I have watched the actual program. I don't even know if I've gone around to the other side. No, I haven't. Okay, now I have. Is that the guy from Red Dwarf? It might be. I don't know. I'll find out. Anyway, that's the set. Really, really nice box. It's got that kind of staticky TV effect that looks like someone's face on the TV. I'm really keen to watch this. This is a gorgeous set. Spine as well. It's all very shiny and nice. I'm very happy to have gotten it. Everything here I'm exceptionally happy about. I love that I got to meet Neil Fanning. I don't have the experience much like a lot of people anymore where they're like overly zealous about meeting a famous person. It doesn't do it for me anymore. Like, it doesn't get my rocks off. It doesn't get my socks off. I don't know. What's the saying again? I don't know. Who cares? It doesn't overly excite me anymore. I like doing it because I don't want to miss out on an opportunity like that because, you know, in Australia, it's not bloody easy to meet a lot of famous people. You know, even if I catch the train with them, I'm not going to say g'day. I'm like, oh, look, it's Jeffrey Rush on the train. But I'm not going to fucking go up and say, hey, look, I got a photo while you're going to work. I don't know. But anyway, it's just nice, you know. And again, this is a guy who, you know, voiced one of my favorite characters from my childhood. You know, I still love watching the Scooby-Doo films. So, it's just great. And these are all really great sets. Naked Lunch, I'm keen for. A lot of good 4Ks. I'm hopeful to watch Ghosts because I've heard really good things. Ghost Watch and that Batman one. I don't know where I'm going to put that on my shelf. But at least it answers the question. Hey, do you have any porn on your shelf? Well, now that you say, take a look at this. So that'll be fun. That'll be very funny. I honestly kind of just own it just for the gimmick because it's like the Creature from Black Lagoon. Actually, not really the Laserdisc. Not really for the gimmick. That's because it's a Laserdisc. It's kind of cool. I can't operate it, but more like the HD DVD, the Thing. That's more for the gimmick because that was also $5. I think the Batman one was $35, $40 still. Anyway, it does come with like special features. I won't dive into it, but yeah. I'm working on the Blu-ray collection video. Obviously, this shit doesn't make it any bloody easier, but I actually have filmed a few of these things already. I'm currently doing the thing of doing the showing off, like say I'll have the film, I'll stand here like that, and then we'll cut to the next clip. It's going to be like a second or 2 seconds for each thing. It's going to be tricky to watch, I will be honest. It's been a real process of trying to do it. I'm still filming it. I'm editing it while I'm filming on the occasion when I can't film, but luckily most of the time I can just cut the audio out from here so it doesn't matter too much. It just takes a lot out of me to just stand here and go like that, and like that, like that. I even noticed in one of the days of filming that I just looked like I was bored out of my mind. I wasn't actually. I was watching a 2-hour-long video about some stuff that isn't the best stuff to listen to, and it was like a little bit depressing, but really well made. Like, the video was exceptionally well done, so it's like, great. I can't watch anything there because I don't want any like extra lighting on my face or reflections and stuff, so I'm trying to be like specific about how I film it. But instead of just reading out one by one every single film, I actually plan to basically do an audio commentary. Kind of. I just want to talk about my passion of films and what got me into them. Occasionally there'll be films that'll pop up that'll be like, oh, like, this is my Disney collection, I got these for that reason, or this is this film, I really love it, you should check it out. You know, just doing stuff like that. I'll just kind of ramble as the video goes and I'll be watching the edited footage, just going as it goes. I'll be filming it with all this in alphabetical order. I'll be doing director's suites after. There'll be time tags below. I plan to hopefully film the box set ones and the steelbooks and probably just put it all in one whole video. I could do box sets and steelbooks as 2 extra videos. It depends on timing. We'll see. You'll know when it comes out. But basically, I don't know how many videos are going to come out for the next couple of weeks because it's going to be really tricky. I have filmed some already. I just haven't edited them and I've been very busy with work. So yeah, we'll see how this goes. I'm aiming for May. I was hoping for it to come out this year because it's been like 3 years since my past Blu-ray collection, to the point that 3 years ago, as of like 2 days ago of filming, I hit 100 subscribers. And so cut to 3 years later, I'm at 700 subscribers. So almost to the day I got to the extra 100th one. So it's ridiculous, but I absolutely love it, and I want to do that video. It's going to be huge. It's a big undertaking of a video. But again, Blu-rays, I'm trying my best to try and show everything off properly and even show every single duplicate I have that I don't plan to sell. You know, some of them I got duplicates of because I'm going to give them to Dad when I move out, because it's like, he doesn't have Bride of Frankenstein on Blu-ray. He can have my copy. You know, I've got the 4K and this other Blu-ray set, you know, so it's a lot. So, we'll see you next week with whatever mail comes in. But I'm not expecting to buy much more because of this whole entire video. So once the second site and Texas Chainsaw, and which is also second site, and the Arrow Video stuff comes in, that'll be the last stuff that'll be in for mail. And then I won't be doing any mail videos until I have finished all of this whole entire Blu-ray collection. So that's going to be a very long video. And again, that's why I might do box sets and steelbooks as separate videos. But why not do a whole entire thing? I don't know. We'll see. It might be 3 hours long. It's over 1,800 Blu-rays to look through. So, and give it a second each for each one of those. That's like 3 hours. It's gonna be fucking insane. So stay tuned, and I'll see you next time. I'm just gonna cut it here. Goodbye.